Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Oakley dokley, where do I start today? It'll be a bit of a split day. I'm actually booked in for a bone density test at lunchtime today, so I'll do a video now and then I'll probably do a couple more when I get back. It's a standard paid for by the government after one goes through menopause, just to keep an eye on how things are going. So yay, love this universal healthcare, paid for by my taxes. So it's not like it's free, but it is very nice to have services like that returned to the taxpayer. Okay, entertainment only. What do I want to have a look at? Goodness me, where on earth do I start? I have so many things noted down today. What I want to just first mention, the Lego movies are still coming out of Persia. They are really brilliant. But what I was thinking about the other day when I was thinking about these movies is that I actually watched some of them, not all of them, in 50% speed, so half speed, and without the sound going. And I find that these videos are really like watching the opening credits of Game of Thrones. Does anyone remember the opening credits of Game of Thrones? I used to actually watch a podcaster at the time when Game of Thrones was a huge thing, who used to do an hour-long podcast every week dissecting the opening credits. And the opening credits used to have things like the banner that was unfurling and the place that this was taking, the place that they were pointing to, and there was an hour-long dissection of the opening credits themselves. And the Lego movies are very much the same. It's about the nuance of the detail. There is a new one that has come out today, I believe. I have watched part of it already. Sorry, let me just put my protection bracelets on. Bracelets made out of a necklace of my mother's. The extra beads are up in the bowl up there. And what have I got? Can't remember. Protection, gold moon protection, and amethyst as well. But yeah, it's pretty much, if you're looking for what bracelets or gemstones, just look up protection gemstones and find what you feel comfortable wearing, purchasing, etc. Okay, getting back to the Lego movies. There was one this morning pretty much pointed towards the MAGAs. They're very much pointing out the fact that the US at the moment is not a democratic government, not being ruled by a democratic government. I would call it a dictatorship, but what they're getting at is about it's a paid oligarchy government, and that's being brought into light simply by the fact that I put it in my post sections about the naval secretary that left his job unexpectedly. Literally days ago, he was giving a speech to military personnel, and no experience. He just happened to be a top felon donor, but he's left unexpectedly to be replaced by another orange idiot loyalist, taking over as acting head of the Navy, the Undersecretary Hung Chow, 25-year Navy combat veteran who ran unsuccessful campaigns for the US Senate and House in Virginia. But oh gosh, he's a warmongering thug, which just absolutely does my head in, considering he came to the US as a child. So he came as an immigrant, as his family fled Vietnam in the 1970s. So I don't understand these people. They've come from this background, and yet their families fled these backgrounds, yet they're endorsing the very same policies that they fled from. Okay, but that's not what I want to have a look at. What I actually do want to have a look at is that news is coming out that the Persian um, Revolutionary Guard, the IRGC, has taken over control of Persia. I'm going to use the Crow Tarot. This was sent to me by one of my absolutely gorgeous viewers. So I want to have a look. There's news coming out. So the IRGC commander, this is the Euro News, Ahmed Vaidi, and I'm sure I've pronounced that wrong, but I do apologise. Don't correct my pronunciation. All it does is irritate me. Is now reporting making military and political decisions alongside the supreme leader. So let's have a look. Now, the US Embassy has also issued an alert to US citizens to leave Lebanon. So they must have wind that things are happening there. Let's have a look. I just want to have a look at what is happening in Persia. So has the military overtaken the government in the civilian government in Persia? Let's have a look. Has the military overtaken or sidelined? There are reports coming out that the 3 civilian heads are under house arrest, but there are verified reports. So let's have a look. What's happening in that neck of the woods? Sorry if I sound so exhausted. I am exhausted. Let's have a look. Coming up for a 3-day weekend, so that'll be nice. 3 days off. Okay, the Revolutionary Guard. What do we need to know? Have they taken over control in Persia? There are reports that the Persian Navy has boarded 3 ships that didn't have Persian permission to go through the strait. Okay, that's popped out. Let's have a look. The reports at the Persian Guard. Okay, come on down. Sorry about such a long waffle. This card leapt out, the World card, Major Arcana, very significant card. It's about ending of an era and the start of a new era on the world stage. Okay. Challenged by the 3 of Pentacles. This is about, okay, thank you, second signifier. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. There are reports that there were 3, there are the top 3 civilian personnel are under house arrest. This is about working together to build something new, to create something new, but it's also dark money as well. So let's have a look, see where this goes. 3 of Pentacles. Wow, okay, thank you. Being drawn to the fact that the crow is eating the cherries off the cherry blossom tree here. My guides have been yapping about the cherry blossom season, which is now coming towards an end in the northern hemisphere. 1, 2, 3 cherries, so the actual cherries themselves, harvesting the cherries themselves. So this is about the toll money, I suspect, but let's see where this goes. The King of Wands, action being taken, new action, new plan. You've got the figure 8 here. You've also got this figure 8 in the World card, which is about infinity. It's about a continuation of something. So you've got the King of Wands. Is action being taken, but the growth of a new plan. Okay, thank you. what I'm getting, this is going to sound really bizarre, and the funny thing is while when I'm really tired, it's when my guides really come through, because my defenses are down in regards to the barriers for them to talk to me. What I'm getting here is that those that had been the heads were feathering their own nests with this toll money, rather than it going to the people of Iran. Okay, let's see where this goes. In the past, we've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is my feathering your nest card. Yeah, this is so you've got again the blossoms here, the 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 sun being exposing the blossoms, exposing the money, the protection with the wolf, and the butterfly with transformative. So yeah, what I'm getting here is that the Revolutionary Guard have seized control, because potentially, allegedly, entertainment only, what my guides are telling me and the cards are indicating is that the civilian leaders were pocketing the money. Okay, come on, let's see where this goes. Yeah, the energy over it was the Lover's card. Contracts, agreements, trade, back and forth. And you've got this, it's almost like going through the strait, and you've got the snake there, the deception about passing through the strait. Now, you've got the quilt in the background, which talks about all the other countries. You've got the crescent moon here. We are currently under a crescent moon and the sun on this side. Okay, feasting on the heart. Yeah, I think that's what was happening. The immediate future, again under the moon, walking, but it is a crescent moon in this particular deck. It's not a full moon, and we are currently in a crescent moon. This is about turning the back on what is not serving. And you've got the mountains of Persia in the background here. So yeah, walking away from what emotionally was not serving. And you've got the High Priestess, hidden agendas, secrets being revealed externally. Yeah, I'm just going to say, I think the toll money that was being charged, 2 million per ship, wasn't going where it was supposed to be going. I suspect it might have been pocketed by those that were in the civilian positions. Let's see where this goes. A lot of information coming out really quickly around the time of the poppies. We're going into Anzac, Flanders poppies, not opium poppies. There are more than one sort of poppy. A lot of information coming out really quickly, and we are going into the Anzac Day long weekend this weekend, which is our big memorial time of year, which is about the Flanders poppy. So internally, a lot of information coming out really quickly. Hopes and fears, the Knight of Cups, the false Trojan horse, the false knight. There is no knight on this horse, but you've got these fish hanging here. Fish being strung up, which is what I'm really been drawn to in this particular card. They're not flounder, I can tell you that, because there's not two eyes on the same side. Why am I getting drawn to these 5 fish? 5 of Cups, thank you. So fish being the water element, it's a Cups card. It is the Knight of Cups, and it is the hopes and fears is about the false offer that leads to loss and disappointment. Okay, let's see where we go. The outcome, the Hermit, shining a light, the isolation, but shining a light on the path forward, shining a light in the dark. The Hermit, there's that Five of Cups that I was talking about in those hopes and fears card. Loss, regret, disappointment. And then the King of Pentacles, this new leadership coming through. And then the Ace of Pentacles, opportunities, new beginning opportunities. And the Four of Wands, some sort of announcement being made. And then we've got the Queen of Swords, an internal strategy. Five of Swords, the betrayal, abuse of power, about the money. This could be legal action as well, about the money with the Two of Pentacles. And then you've got the King of Swords, external action, strategy, cutting through, truth-telling, being brought forward. And then justice. Wow, that's really interesting that we've got these justice cards. I wouldn't have thought these would be coming through. But what I'm getting is that I'm going to say yes, the Revolutionary Guard have taken control because the monies that was being charged for the ships to pass through the strait were not going where they were supposed to be going. Was not going where they was. Yeah, you've got here the Knight of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. So it's the can be the wish fulfillment, but it's also the greedy merchant. Be careful what you wish for with that. Oh, sorry, it's not the Nine of Cups. What is it? The Six of Cups. The Six of Cups. And then we've got the mercenary actions. Okay, why was I thinking that was the Nine of Cups? Okay. Moving on from mercenary actions. Okay. Moving on from mercenary actions, that comes after that Five of Cups. But it's also stability of governance as well, the Knight of Pentacles can be. So yeah, I do. I think the Revolutionary Guard have taken over because the civilian governance was not doing the right thing. Okay, what does this mean in regards to the future of Persia? Oh, you want that card at the top there. Okay, these two cards have fallen out. What have we got here? We've got strength and the tower. Okay, yes. Again, we've got this figure 8 as well, the infinity symbol. But yeah, strength and tower. So this is about breaking down what was to be able to rebuild, and strength and death. And they wanted that card on the top. I am, and the Lovers. Okay, 4 major arcana straight off the bat there. This is huge. This is part of this rebuilding of Persia. So we've got strength, the tearing down of what was so it can be rebuilt, the death of what was so it's the birth of something new, and then we've got the Lovers card, the working together, picking, well, I'm going to say picking over the remains, but working together to create something new. Just beware the snake. News coming out really quickly around the time of the poppies. You've got the Ten of Pentacles, about big money, about money, an ending of money. And then you've got the Seven of Pentacles, about the harvesting of money. You've got the Two of Cups working together, and then the High Priestess working together for something new, for something better, and secrets being revealed with the High Priestess. She's also a 2. And then you've got the Four of Swords, the ending of well, the death of a leader of some sort. And then you've got that Queen of Pentacles, feminine energy coming forward with this new beginning, Knight of Swords, a harsh truth, and the Moon. Again, secrets revealed, the Nine of Wands, and then the Queen of Wands. Again, feminine energy, inspirational feminine energy. Guardrails back up against the wall after that Moon. And then we've got the Chariot card. Movement forward. It's also my military card. Chariot, Hermit, and Empress. The birth of something new, something significant. The Hermit shining a light. Okay, I'm just going to say within Persia, they are currently undergoing a significant change out of the spotlight. It's not a bad change. I'm not getting it's a bad change. I'm actually feeling it's really positive, and it's setting this part of the world up to be a. Now, I stand corrected. I do apologise. Apparently, in Persia, there is a very high university attendance rate amongst women. So my fault, my bad. I was wrong there. It's just that there is still this battle of oppression of women in regards to other aspects of their lives. So it's quite a convoluted type of oppression that's going on, but it undergoing dramatic change as we speak. But it's for the better. Okay, that was interesting. I'm going to leave that there. Let's see how it plays out. I suspect over the next few days, or the next week, we're going to hear some really interesting news coming out of the Persian region. Okay, love to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.